and today we're going to be doing a Mother's Day special baking video. And with me today I have my mom, and she's going to be teaching me how to make the cake. So,
hello everyone.
Yeah, so let's get
okay, so what are the ingredients we need?
250 grams of butter.
Yeah.
250 grams of flour. 250 grams of sugar.
So basically, the quantity of flour, the sugar, and the butter will be the same. So if you're doing 500 grams of flour, then that would be 500 grams of butter and 500 grams of sugar. But because we're going to be making 12 cupcakes today, so 250 grams works really well.
Yeah. So then we have 6 eggs, cocoa powder.
Yeah, why do we need the cocoa powder?
So that it gives it that chocolatey flavor.
Oh yeah.
And some baking powder.
Oh yeah, that's important. We need the baking powder so that it can rise.
Yeah. Need some vanilla extract, I think, is it?
Yeah, to give it a flavor.
Yeah.
And we've got a special ingredient, and that is
nutmeg.
Nutmeg. We love nutmeg in our cake.
Yeah. You also need the muffin cases or the cupcake cases, but that's basically at the end. And you can have whatever color you want, but we'll give you the details at the end. So to preheat your oven to 180 degrees centigrade.
Yeah.
And because I have my mom with me, it's safe. But if you don't, please get an adult to help you. So yeah, it's just been preheating. Heat the oven so that it's hot enough for the cake to bake.
Butter.
Right. Yay. Lovely sugar.
Okay, so you need to turn on
The mixer.
and then in there.
That's like, I think it's... So basically
You have to mix the flour and the sugar. Oh, sorry. I keep saying flour. Why? Because I'm thinking of flour.
Butter and the sugar.
Butter and the sugar until it's white and very fluffy and light.
Yeah.
You
So
want a really light cupcake. You don't want your cupcake to be heavy
and
and claggy.
Yeah.
So you want it to be really light and fluffy.
Yeah.
While you get on with the mixing, I'll just crack the eggs.
That's my favorite
Get the eggs ready. It's your favorite part? Okay.
I love the eggs. Okay, do you want to do stuff with the flour?
No. It's not your time for the flour. Okay, so you get the eggs. So you really want to mix the flour and the butter and the sugar to make it very fluffy and light. That will make the cupcakes really light.
Okay, so it's now it's light and fluffy, and it's like almost white. So that's what we're aiming for when you mix.
Yeah, so the next thing is to add your eggs.
Yeah.
You've already beaten your eggs, so just add them gently and keep on mixing as you add. So you need to mix your dry ingredients, and for 250 grams of flour, usually add about a teaspoon of baking powder. Or baking powder, because if you have too much baking powder, then your cake will be dry and crumbly. Yeah, so
you basically
want it to retain its moisture, but at the same time you need the baking powder to make it rise. And then we had a nutmeg, so usually we grate it into the flour with baking powder.
So basically what we mean by crumbly is that if you hold it, the cake won't hold its shape, it will just fall apart and it'll be all crumbly and unedible. So that's why we need to add the baking powder, which is all wet flying.
Yeah. So you grate the nutmeg
can I do it?
in there.
Can I do it? Please. Okay. this is much safer than a cheese grater. So.
That's okay. Don't apply too much pressure.
Okay. You get it.
That's okay.
Okay.
You don't want it to be too much. You just want it to just give it a nice flavor without overpowering it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mix it
Oh.
with a spoon.
Wow.
That's your dry ingredients.
So they're like just to get it all in there.
Yeah, we're not adding the cocoa powder yet because it's not going to be all chocolate. So we've got the vanilla and the chocolate
Yeah, and also the
flavor.
yeah.
Okay, so
The nutmeg is giving the flour a nice smell.
oh yeah, it gives it a very beautiful aroma.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like eating all the cupcakes at once. But we won't do that because we're watching our weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baking powder.
Yeah, so mix that a little bit more. And then what you do next
Oh yeah.
is to add your flour.
Oh yeah, doesn't that make that like a bit less watery, kind of?
Yeah, so get it, some noise. And then you gently add your flour and wrap it in. You know, just
Wrap it in.
yeah, just stir it, mix
Oh.
with a spatula. Some people will use a mixer, which is definitely fine, but you just do it the traditional way and use a spatula.
Yeah, because sometimes if you use a mixer, you might overdo it.
Over mix it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, but I think you just get a better hang of it using a spatula. Sorry.
Flour.
Yeah. So you just want to give it a really good mix for the flour to completely, you know, mix with the butter and the sugar and the egg.
Oh, that smells so good.
Yeah, it
Although-
smells. And you give it a really nice mix. Don't over mix it because you don't want it to be chewy. Yeah. That's a
a
good
bit.
mix. And then we had just a little bit, a drop of vanilla.
You know when you're
Just-
mixing, that's a bit like exercise your hands.
Yeah, you exercise.
Yeah.
Just so exercise your muscle
Yeah, and
and muscles.
yeah, the vanilla extract, you don't want to overdo it because you've got
Just-
nutmeg. You've already got
Exactly.
nutmeg. So it's like too much vanilla and then too much nutmeg might give it like a strange taste and it might not be very good.
Yeah, it's not. You will really enjoy it. So just a drop.
And you don't want it to be too sweet as well because you already
A
got
drop?
sugar in, yeah.
There we go.
Wow, that was like really precise.
Yeah, tiny drop you need.
Can we mix that in?
Yeah,
Can we mix
yeah,
that
mix it. Yeah,
Yeah.
mix it in.
Jesus.
And,
This is really a workout. To go
a
to.
great workout.
Oh,
Then I'll just get the muffin.
that's perfect. Oh, I think you can make more than 12 of this batch.
Yeah, I think we'll probably need more than 12.
Maybe you like maybe 14 or more.
Yeah, thereabouts.
So good.
You don't want to over mix it because you don't want it to be.
Wait, and speaking of which, what about? Oh yeah, I think we're gonna spice it with the cocoa.
Yeah, we'll still have the cocoa, but just yeah,
I
that's
think that's enough mixing.
yeah. And then so all you need to do is just scoop into each of the.
Please, can I do it? What happened? Alright. I think this part.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but now the idea is that you're just going to scoop. How do you want to do it? By the way?
Maybe like half and
Okay.
each.
It's yeah, a spoonful.
Just. You don't want to get it like all over the what's it called now? I think should I put? Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna.
No, that's too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So it's a spoonful each.
That one is like that's the neatest one so far. That's
You can make it a full scoop.
that's really a lot.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So it will just go faster. It nice.
Wow. You're pro at this.
Nice.
Wait, you forgot the
And then because we're doing like layers, so we want the vanilla with nutmeg layer under and then the chocolate on top.
Yeah.
So we're going to just add cocoa powder.
Do I do that? Wait, I think now that you've done that, I think that...
I mean, this is a very traditional way of just making this cupcake. So you can check up recipes and YouTube videos.
Yeah.
To make it if you want it even more fancy. But this is just like a nice home bake. So basically what I've done is just add some cocoa powder, and you can add as much as you want depending on how chocolatey you want it to be.
I love chocolate a lot.
I know you do.
They do get some chocolate bars in the cupboard ready to be eaten. But
Yeah, you could actually add, if you want like another flavor of chocolates, you could add maybe like white chocolate or
white chocolate.
dark chocolate.
Yeah, white chocolate. If you want to
But you
add,
have to melt it first.
yeah, for the white chocolate, if you want, it's that chocolate is really good if you want to color it and then put it on your cake to give it like that layer of chocolatiness. But if you're using milk chocolate and dark chocolate, then that is not recommended.
Yeah, but the cocoa powder will do the job.
Yeah, it'll also give it that nice brown color.
And it's got its smell as well. I think that's one thing I love about chocolate cake. You know, you just have this very nice chocolatey smell. Everybody loves chocolate, isn't it?
Yeah.
And chocolate is good for your
well,
body.
not everybody.
Just don't overeat it.
No, not all chocolate. It's only dark chocolate has vitamin D, but every other chocolate doesn't, and it only has vitamin D. That's the only chocolate that has something that's good for you.
Really?
I think, and I also
But
think
it's good for memory as well.
And I also think chocolate has a bit of iron. I can't remember it. Maybe one day I'll look it up or something.
Yeah. There's something about eating chocolate that stimulates it helps with your memory. So if you read it,
eating chocolate.
Have a bowl of chocolate.
Oh, that's like the best part of studying, eating the chocolate. Everyone wants to do that.
Yeah, but you don't want to overheat the chocolate and forget the reading.
That's the thing about chocolate. It's really, you want to start thinking about it until you get it. There's no, like, you can't stop thinking about it. Sometimes.
And you also have to remember that for every bar of chocolate you eat, you know how extra hard you have to work to get rid of the fat.
Yeah.
So you have to keep active. More importantly, sometimes it's important. What you eat is really, really, really important. But you have to also complement with physical activity.
Yeah.
So if you get more active, jogging, dancing.
Yeah, dancing is like the best part of exercise because it doesn't
it's fun.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like exercise most of the time. It just feels like something you're enjoying and you're doing.
We love dancing, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. So there we have.
Yeah, you can have some plain vanilla ones. That's okay.
Yeah.
Or well, don't forget we're still gonna decorate them.
Then there we have our cupcakes ready to go in the oven.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom. Once again, my mom is
bake for 15-20 minutes.
Yeah. And once again, my mom is doing this part, so please get an adult to help you with this.
Okay.
Now time for the see the cake is looking really, really good, and the batter is going like really smooth as well. So we're excited to see how it comes out.
That's what happens when you've preheated your oven, so it's hot enough to give it that rise and bake.
So we're on to the fondant part, and I have some of my fondant that I use, and yes, as you can see, it is rock solid, but that is only because I haven't used it for quite a while, but it is still good to use. And before you start rolling out your fondant, it's really important that you use icing sugar so that it doesn't stick to the rolling pin and the board you're using, because then it'll like just literally do this, so literally fall apart. So basically what I'm trying to do is, with the fondant, I'm trying to make a design. So I'm gonna try and put that design on the cake. So I'm gonna get a bit more fondant, roll it. I have no idea what is going on. I think that's a call for me to add a bit more icing sugar onto the rolling pin. The thing about icing sugar is that when you inhale, like with your mouth, you can literally taste the icing sugar, so it's best if you don't, because then if it gets in, it can make you sneeze. Okay, let's try. So I'm using the cup to like do the shape part. It's not that bad, but it's quite obvious that I need more. So I'm gonna like roll it up into a circle. So circle like this. So like when things don't work out, the ideal thing is to improvise. And when you're cutting with your fondant, mind your fingers or get an adult to do it for you. So if your mom, your dad, or your dad ready to help, then please make sure they do. But I'm used to working with knives by now, so for me, I'm allowed. It's been a very long time since I've used fondant, but I think I still remember how to use it. So now it's in a perfectly good shape. And also, to make it go soft, I think you also need to use your hands a bit to mold it back into softness, because the warmness of your palm and your hand should revive it. You don't have to use fondant if you're following along with us. You can use anything you like, but I'm just showing an example with fondant. And there we go, the cake is ready. This one isn't that bad. So put it here on the side. So you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. The cakes are ready and I've decorated most of them. So thanks for watching. Bye!